Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. A man can be top notch and have a low count. And y'all know what I mean with a low count, low sex count, a low number of bodies and everything. Because, you know, there's this thing, feel like, oh, you got money and status, you can just get laid all the time. Usually coming from guys who ain't getting laid at all. Look, a man, he can be sharp physically and sharp mentally and be doing well in life, being successful, and still have a relatively low count. Now, I'm gonna be real. Low count for me is in the teens. That's what I consider a low count. Yeah, the average is 5 per person, but usually I say no more than the teens, because I've met some dudes and they ain't even been with enough to count on their hand, but they thorough as shit. But here's the thing I peeped with all of them though. I peeped with every single dude who's like good with their count, but they still top notch, look like they could get 100 women. They always dealt with quality. Like I know this dude, I know this dude, and let's put it like this, the black pill community lose their mind over this dude. They would lose their mind. I mean, he'd be on videos and everything, you know? Seriously. I mean, even that Jeremy Meeks dude got nothing on this particular cat. He actually looks like a certain movie star, I ain't gonna point it out. And he's actually been on TV, but in a more intellectual capacity. He's been on some cable news channels. And got some powerful connections. But I'd never forget, he told me he had been just with 12 women before he got married, right? Before he got married. But they were quality, because I seen some of the women, including his wife, all baddies. All like women in the 8 to 10 range, like very physically attractive. And they weren't like on some bimbo or ratchet airhead type of shit, very highly intelligent and stuff. And he's actually had a sexual experience, according to him, but he wasn't the type who lied, because, well, somebody who lied would have told me they'd been with 100. But he said, hey, he was saying, hey, yo, Ron, man, yeah, those threesomes. Every man need to experience that. I was like, wow. But the thing was, he didn't be with that many women. Now think about it. Is that a bad thing? Because let's be real. Now there's plenty of guys out there. Who legitimately got very high counts in the hundreds or thousands, right? Legitimate. How many of them can say all of the women were baddies? I remember somebody was capping. I could tell they were capping, saying, "Oh yeah, I've been with over 100 women. All of them were 8 to 10s." You know. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I could tell by how they were writing and everything. Like there's some tales, I keep them to myself so somebody can't come on here and try to fake. But you were just like, come on. Seriously, because think about something like this. If you're talking about some dimes, some women like that, like very attractive, you talking maybe, I give about 5 out of 1,000 in the 8 to 10 range of women that you're going to encounter. 8 to 10 range, right? So they're not going to be like numerous. Now, if a man could still be top notch and still get the best women, shoot, that's something. You know, quality over quantity. One quality woman as far as physical attractiveness and her mindset beats out 20 low quality women who aren't that attractive and really ain't bringing anything spiritually, emotionally to the table. You know? And there's nothing wrong with that. See, one of the things with the whole count thing, and let's just be real with it. Unless you're getting paid for that count, what good is it? To impress some guys? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? They weren't there. Shoot, you doing it for yourself. And you know, if that's what you want to live and what you want to do, okay, cool. But then some other guys, they good. They thinking more about their mission, so they looking for the women that's fulfilled them. They can legitimately get very attractive women, so they just stick with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And my point is, don't get caught up in, because I've seen some guys, they caught up in just what they think is notches. And I'm like, you getting paid for that? You know? It's better to be with a woman that is truly impressive, and not to everybody else, but to really you. You know, that got to be one of your values. Oops, you notice how I bring stuff in. I was talking about values in my last my last main video. You gotta be able to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. And it's like, don't worry about the next man. Don't worry about trying to impress some men. Are they paying you? Seriously, if you one of those dudes and you ain't trying to run around like that, you just trying to chill, okay, go for it. In fact, you don't need, what you trying to impress them for? Because honestly, to be honest, that's more some high school shit, trying to impress them, you know? Because I noticed this whole time I've been on here, I've never given a number, and I never will. Because I'm like, what I get from it, you know? What do I get from it? Even though I'm like advising men, what good is the number? You know? They need to just listen to what I'm telling them and apply it, then see if it works for them, you know? But getting back to the main thing, you know, a man who's thorough, he's going to be very concerned about the woman who's with him. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with a top-notch man. Every woman out here isn't for him. Yeah, you got these women out here want the top-notch man, or they call him the high-value man, the alpha or something like that. All of them ain't qualified. The majority aren't qualified for a top-notch man. And if the top-notch man is smart, he don't even give that like lower-notch woman the time of day. Well, no, he can be nice. He can say, oh, it's 9 o'clock and keep it moving. It's a waste because she has everything to gain, but he has everything to lose. And there's plenty of women, they love to get at that top-notch guy and, you know, conveniently say, oh, you don't need a condom. Or try to drag him down. Shit. On some like, groupies. I at least give the groupies tend to be attractive, but still. You get a lot of women looking for that come up and everything. So if a top-notch man is smart, oh, he's like, nah, let me get that woman who's attractive enough, you know, fulfill the attractive thing, because even a top-notch man wants an attractive woman, but also got the mindset. She's also in cooperation to my operation, you know? Because one of the things I've seen with those dudes who are top-notch, and they admit it, they'll say, nah, I ain't been with that many women, I was just chilling. They kicking the hiss in life. They ain't worried about other shit. They don't got the same headaches. And that's cool, and that's them. You know, don't get caught up in thinking, oh, you got to get with all these women. In fact, I've told some coaching clients, I said, look, focus on one first. Don't worry about being player if that's not you. All right, see what you like, you know, and that's cool. That's cool. You don't have anything to prove to anybody else. You're not getting, bottom line, you're not getting paid for it. And don't think you're impressing somebody. They just either going to think you lying or they're going to hate on you anyway. So it's like, whatever. So that's the thing. Focus, the main thing every man should focus on is being the best version of himself and then finding the women that fits it. And this is, you know, just to be clear, if you that type who you just in a position, you can get a bunch of women and it fulfills whatever your plan is. It don't take away from me, by all means. But everybody ain't like that though. Everybody ain't like that. And my point is be top notch and don't feel like you gotta be player of the world. Focus on doing your mission. That's the thing. Focus on being with somebody you cool with. One quality woman outranks 20 jacked up women. Always remember that, all right? Always remember that. So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.